Good morning, dear students. Today it is my second attempt to make you learn how to be perfect in in reporting a speech. Yes. Today I have come with some other examples, and the special feature of today's approach is I am giving only interrogative sentences. The other day we were dealing with only assertive sentences, but today you should learn what to do or how to do when the given speech is consisting of interrogative sentences. Dear students, you have already learned that interrogative sentences can be made in two ways. You know that. There are two kinds, to tell the same in different words. The first kind of interrogative sentences are those which begin with WH words. You know the list of WH words. Those words which we use to make questions. What, who, whose, whom, how many, how much, where, when, why. These words are called WH words because most of these words begin with the letters WH. So, these are questioning words. In other words, these are used to make questions. And the other kind of interrogative sentences are those which begin with a helping verb. In your regular classes, once or more than once, I often told you to remember the list of helping verbs. Once again, I shall remind you now. Words like am, is, are, do, does, did, have, has, had, shall, will, should, would, may, might, can, could, and some others. All these are helping words, and we can make questions using these words and putting any one of these at the very beginning of the sentence. At the very beginning, remember, using any one of these as our necessity depends upon putting any one of these helping verbs at the very beginning, we can make questions. For example, are you studying in PUC second year? See how I made the sentence. What is the word that I used very first of all? Are. Are you? Is your father at home? Are your parents helping you? Am I not teaching you? Am I not teaching you? Or aren't I teaching you? They are the same. Aren't I teaching you? Yes, I am teaching you. Aren't I teaching you? Did you go to college yesterday? Did you attend your online classes yesterday? See how I used the word did. I am making it a sentence denoting a past tense. Were you playing yesterday? Are you practicing yoga? See, a number of questions may be made using these helping verbs. But one thing you should remember, interrogative sentences are of two kinds. The first kind is those which begin with WH words, and the other kind of interrogative sentences are those which begin with helping verbs. So, this is what you should learn basically, and how to change If such sentences are given in the question paper, how to report them? Then on the blackboard, I have written 5 sentences. Of those, 4 are interrogative sentences. Of the 5, 4 are interrogative sentences. I am insisting upon that you should learn how to report such sentences. So look at the blackboard. It is an imaginary conversation between the gardener and the owner of the plantation. Look at the blackboard. As I said, 5 sentences are there. Who breaks the ice? The conversation begins with the speech of the gardener. What does he say? Gardener, how much do you give me monthly? The gardener is questioning the owner. And to this question, what does the owner tell? How much do you expect? Instead of giving an answer, again he is putting a question. How much do you expect? Then the gardener says, whatever you give, it should fulfill my needs. Then the owner says, what are your needs? He is questioning. To this, the gardener is asking, do you fulfill them all? Do you fulfill all my needs? This is how the conversation goes. Now let us come to prepare answer to this conversation. The first sentence is an interrogative sentence. It has begun with a WH word. The second sentence is also an interrogative sentence. It has also begun with a WH word. The third sentence is also an interrogative along with being begun with a WH. The fourth one is also one which has begun with a WH. And lastly, the fifth sentence has begun with a helping verb. Yes, now let us try to prepare answer. I shall begin to answer. Be attentive. What changes I shall add? You should be particular at every word that comes out of my mouth. You should be very, very attentive. Unless and until you are attentive to listen to the teacher, you cannot learn. Yes. The gardener, the definite article, basically in the question it is not there. But we should take it. We should learn to use it. The gardener asked the owner, because the conversation is between the gardener and the owner. The gardener asked the owner. Don't say simply the gardener asked the owner. Wrong it would be. Article is necessary. The definite article is a must. The gardener asked the owner. Don't say simply owner without using the definite article. The gardener asked the owner how much he gave him monthly. See, the helping verb do is omitted. Instead, the verb is changed into past tense. Here it is in the form of V1. It is not used. Instead, I left out this helping verb and gave the second form. I gave the form of V2 to this verb. Again I shall tell. The gardener asked the owner how much he gave him. The word me is changed into third person. Him, accusative personal pronoun. Him monthly. This word refers to the questioner, the gardener. And the owner asked or questioned. The owner questioned the gardener how much he expected. See, what is done here in the first sentence, the same grammatical procedure is followed. As I left out the helping verb and changed this verb into V2, in the same way I am doing here. The owner questioned or asked the gardener how much he, the word you is changed into third person singular, and this word refers to the gardener. How much he expected. This is left out and this is changed into V2 in the form of V2. Simple past. Then come to next sentence. What is that? Gardener says, whatever you give, it should fulfill my needs. Whose needs? The needs of the gardener, the needs of the speaker. The gardener told that, yes, here the word that is needed because it is not a question. It is an assertive sentence. Whatever you give, it should fulfill my needs. ನೀವೇನಾದರೂ ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಾ ಅದು ಕೊಟ್ಟದ್ದು ನನ್ನ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆಗಳನ್ನು ಪೂರೈಸುವಷ್ಟು ಇರಬೇಕು. ಅಸರ್ಟಿವ್ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅನ್ ಇಂಟ್ರಾಗೇಟಿವ್ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ದ ವರ್ಡ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್, ದ ಕನೆಕ್ಟರ್ should have to be adopted, should have to be used. The gardener told that whatever he, here this word you changes into he, third person singular, and refers to the listener, the owner. Whatever he gave, it should, it doesn't change because it is already in past form. It should fulfill his needs. Whose needs? The needs of the gardener. His needs. Then next, the owner, see, interrogative sentence it is. Question mark is there. Look at that. The owner asked the gardener what his needs were. This has some peculiar features. See, look at the question first. What is, as it is on the blackboard, what are your needs? It's an interrogative sentence. When changed, an interrogative sentence should become free from its interrogative mood. It should be changed into an assertive sentence. That is important. If it continues to be the same, it means you have not answered. If the interrogative sentence is not freed from its interrogative sense, it should not sound like a question. Instead, it should sound like a statement. It should sound like an assertive sentence. If it is not fulfilled, if you have not gained that, your answer must be wrong. So, the interrogative sentence should be changed into an assertive sentence. What is the way that we follow here? Just look at my finger. Helping verb is used immediately after the WH1. And listen to my answer now. You can understand what grammatical change is made here. The owner asked the gardener what his needs were. This helping verb, which is written immediately after the questioning word, is taken further, is shifted further. It is written at the end. It is the last word in the sentence. It is the last word in the sentence. And instead of using the helping verb, immediately after this questioning word, while answering, I shall take this personal pronoun, changing into third person, and this helping verb is changed into other tense and is written at the end. So, what would be the answer? The owner asked the gardener what his needs were. Full stop. Understood? Then come to last sentence. And what change do you notice here in this last sentence? It is an interrogative sentence, no doubt, because interrogative mark is there, questioning mark is there. Apart from that, one more difference is there. All these above sentences given above have begun with WH, whereas this one has begun with a helping verb. See, when an interrogative sentence is that which has begun with a WH word, no any new connector is used. Remember, the word that, which we have often learned to use, is never used here. Remember, you are under a wrong impression that whenever changing into reported speech, you have accustomed to use the word that, the connector. It is not used, it is nowhere used if it is an interrogative sentence. It may be one which may have begun with a WH, or it may be one that has begun with a helping verb. The word that, the connector, is never used here. It may be a WH kind of interrogative sentence, or it may be the one which has begun with a helping verb. One more thing you should remember. If the interrogative sentence is begun with a helping verb, there you must learn to adopt, you must learn to take a connector. What is that? You know that. If or whether, whichever you want. If or whether. While writing whether, once again you are making mistake. You don't make any difference between the two words, whether and whether. Listen carefully. The word whether and the other word whether, both are different with a little change. Whether, how do you spell it? W-H-E-T-H-E-R. And the other word, weather. W-E-A-T-H-E-R. Weather. Weather. Havamana. Havaguna. So, you should not make any mistake while writing. Don't be under confusion. So, here you should have to use either if or whether, any one of these two connectors. I shall tell you the answer. The gardener asked the owner if, yes, in the place of before this helping verb, you should take that one. Sir, yako white answer idella. Before, listen to me. The gardener asked the owner if, don't take this, don't use this. If he, who does this word refer to? To the owner. The gardener asked the owner if he fulfilled, V2, go to V2, fulfilled them all. What does this word them refer to? To the needs. The gardener asked the owner if he fulfilled. I have omitted this word, this helping word. I have omitted this and then I changed this word into second form, into the form of V2, simple past. Fulfilled them all. Yes. And based on this, based on today's class, I shall send you a paper. This is one side and this is the other side. I am going to send this paper to you online. This would be sent to you soon. Please go through this and practice on your own. I think that I have made it more easy to understand. Yes, I wish you all the best. Please maintain the distance and be happy. Be preparing for examination. Thank you. Let us meet on Monday.